I'm preparing for my first National Brewers Cup competition and I'm documenting the whole journey. Hi, my name is Laurin. I'm from Austria. I'm not a coffee professional. I'm just a home brewer. I don't work in the industry yet. And I'm not a professional barista. I just brew coffee here in my kitchen home brewing bar. And I'm sharing my daily brews on my Instagram channel, Yellow Brews. And this is actually how this whole thing started and why I'm competing now at the Austrian Brewers Cup. I'm also a father of a daughter which is 2 years old right now and which you can see in some of my daily brews on my Instagram channel. And right here on this channel, I also want to share my lessons that I learn on the way in preparing for the Brewers Cup, but also for future projects I will do in coffee. And also to develop my English speaking skills, because obviously it's not my mother tongue. Usually I speak German. And it's quite hard for me to record videos in English. You probably clicked on this video because you wanted to see me brew or learn something new about brewing. So that is why we brew some coffee now. And I got this wonderful Panama Geisha from Coffee Circular here. It's from Jose Luis Chevas from the Chevas Coffee Estate. It's a Panama Geisha, natural process. Aroma should be like apricot, coffee cherry. The flavor is also coffee cherry, rhubarb, raspberry, red grapes, rhubarb in aftertaste, and acidity also rhubarb, malic, meat. Body is juicy, light, and balance is synergetic. Let's brew this. So today for this brew, I'm using a zero water. I actually have very bad water in the location I'm living in. So we have around 350 BPM. So that's why I'm filtering my water with the zero water. And then I'm adding lotus drops. For high quality coffees like this, I'm using a quite low mineralization. I do like higher part in magnesium. That's why I'm adding 3 drops of magnesium to about 900 milliliters of water. I'm also adding 2 drops of calcium, 1 drop of sodium, and 1 drop of potassium. This is not some special recipe that I just developed for this coffee, but it is something that highlights quite a lot of the origin characters in my opinion. Before heating the kettle, I'm mixing the water with a nice AeroPress spoon because it doesn't scratch the surface. It's just plastic. Probably it would be better to shake it in a bottle, but this should also work quite fine. And this TDS meter of zero water says it's a mineralization of 120 ppm. This might be wrong because this is not the best device, but it should work for now. So let's heat the kettle. At the moment, I'm grinding my coffee at the Timer Sculptor 078 SSP. So it got the SSP burrs in it. I do like to grind quite coarsely, between 15 and 18. When I don't know the coffee yet, I will prefer to start very coarse instead of going too fine actually. I'm dosing 14 grams. We're at 14.1, that's fine. This coffee already smells really amazing. It smells really great. I think this smells like sweet cherries, candies. It smells like really, really sweet. I'm excited to brew this coffee. One of my favorite drippers is the Timer Turbo Dripper. It's a conical dripper with a quite fast flow rate, and I learned to love the fast brew with Seabury's papers. But with this turbo dripper, I can just use the timer papers and achieve quite fast drawdowns. They are not clogging. This smaller 0.1 size is really nice for getting closer to the coffee bed. So first I'm rinsing the paper filter. So let's smell this coffee. It already smells amazing. It smells really sweet, like apricot, but also for me, a little bit like candies. the bag says coffee cherries, which should remind us to cascada, for example. And this really is good coffee. Wow. It tastes super sweet, but also clear in flavors. You get these fresh rhubarb notes, but also like the sweet apricot vibes. Very amazing coffee. So why create another coffee YouTube channel? I think you only see champions who already won competitions or people who are in the industry for so many years, which is good because they bring a lot of expertise to YouTube. But you don't see a lot of people learning and messy learning, making mistakes and being transparent about it. You don't really see behind the scenes how a person prepares or trains for a competition or becomes a better brewer. And my coffee journey just started 2 years ago, and I tried to figure it all out on my own with watching a lot of Lance Hedrick and James Hoffman, all the videos. And until now, I understand that coffee is a very complex topic. It's not complicated. It's not that one person can explain it to you and then you have the experience to brew amazing cups of coffee. Coffee is complex. That means that there are so many different variables at play that it's very hard to get this piece of knowledge and then be a good brewer. You have to experience things yourself. You have to develop some kind of feel for coffees and intuition. So you have to experiment yourself. And this is what I want to bring to the table here, showing how I experiment, how I learn, also how I refine learnings where I thought I understood something, but in reality, it meant something completely different. And also building structures that are understandable and consumable. I am generally not anti-coaching, and I probably will consider it once I hit a certain threshold in competition training. But for now, I just want to learn myself, understand more deeply, develop my own frameworks, implement them and challenge them and share them with you guys. On this channel, I will share structured experiments on how to get a better brewer, or at least how I did it and what was interesting to me to experiment with. I will also share how to develop your sensory skills to taste more of the coffees you are brewing, which is really hard. And I also want to take you on a journey to experience with me my Brewers Cup preparation, but also what training and what repetitions I put in to become better at brewing for a competition stage. So I don't really know where this is going. Maybe I only compete once at the Austrian Brewers Cup. Maybe I will compete now for years and maybe even make it to the world stage one day and maybe to the finals. But what I know for sure, I want to take you on this journey with me, share everything I experience. And if you want to understand coffee more deeply as I do, then please feel free to follow me on this journey. Click the follow button and stay tuned for the next videos.